who are playing a game they enjoy.
And it looks like you had the hard read on there. Got the grow pick coming out as he throwing the Cuba Gooding Jr. air punches.
I'm throwing my hands.
He was
Don't get hit by these. You'll barely recognize him, but I'm wiry. I'll surprise you.
But I'm hyped. I'm willing to see what happens. And you know, bro, I like to look at a character like, if it's a character that I think is, you know, pretty decently good, you know.
He's decently good.
Decently good. But, like, you see the Soul Charge, and you mentioned, like, X's
exactly
Soul Charge.
it,
Yeah,
yes.
you mentioned, like, X's Soul Charge. You know, she does, like, the good Soul Charge moves. It drains up. You know, you get 1 or 2 opportunities, it doesn't happen. When Grow does it, you know, you got to take
Grow gets to go absolutely banana pancakes for 35 hours, and
Right.
his Soul Charge is still going.
And
To give you guys an idea, Grow as a character is the kind of character that does some relatively solid stuff. He's got some good frames. He's got some good spacing stuff for, like, mid-range type ideas. Ooh, a fantastic combo. Any other regular combo that does not use meter burn in that situation was not going to kill, so I appreciate that round.
I don't know. That was kind of unfair. That was a GameStop trade. I don't like that.
Yeah,
man. Like,
yeah.
He really went to the game store and said, "Hey, let me get $4.99 for this game." They gave him 90 cents. I don't like that. Linkorz is cheating.
Grow is the kind of character that basically does some like pretty okay stuff, and then he pops Soul Charge, and you can potentially entirely evaporate.
Oh, and this will be our reversal edge clash, the first one of top 8, but doesn't go into
immediately
anything
goes into
much
Soul Charge.
safe.
Makes
Yep.
sense. Oh no, can't do an A plus B there. Maybe you can like really finely tune that kind of timing, but that's going to be very, very
And
tough.
this is what we were talking about with the Soul Charge.
Nice, the 1A slide B. That is a relatively new move where that animation comes from a clearly online seeable low in 1A, and then they gave an online low a mix because that's the game we play, yo, and that's what we've decided to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey, now he's got a legit mix, and it's especially terrifying in Soul Charge. And you can tell like the guard damage that Siegfried is going to have to endure for the rest of this game. Is he dead?
Back
no, he's not
throw.
dead.
No, that's back throw, but just look at this guard. Like you said, oh, that's guaranteed. And so
I think
what
he is
it?
dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
I
No, he's
think
dead. Yeah.
off of that back grab,
Yeah.
he was straight up dead and there was nothing he could do.
Nothing he could do.
Maybe he could have woke up RI. I don't even think he could do that.
No, he
could
could have done that big. No, he could have done that. The only thing he didn't do, because he had that hard knockdown, he had to
Yeah.
sit up and block. And he had to deal with the vertical. But at that like guard point, once you're in that red,
Guaranteed,
like,
it's
yep,
inevitable.
It's guaranteed.
That's
And he had to
crazy.
confirm.
I
That was
really
so
hope
sick.
that Link had that wholeheartedly prepared the entire time. I'd be willing to bet that he did, because he had plenty of time to try and figure out what he could optimally punish I think it's like 6A plus B. Actually, I'm not entirely sure of the input, but yeah. He had plenty of time to try and figure out what he was going to do, decided not to go for a ring out, going for a back grab into the guard damage, into the full combo, so real fantastic stuff.
And for you guys not as adroit to like what just happened there, you know, basically guard gauge is a guard gauge in this game. Basically, when you block so many moves and they have high like guard percentages, basically it'll like break your guard if it's too high. So first it was yellow from Outlaw. He went into the next round and turned red, and that last launcher vertical really done a number on it. It broke it, and then he got a free kick confirm from there. But
Yeah,
as
it's a free counter hit combo.
free counter hit, which is very. It's a counter hit combo is going to get you a combo that you regularly wouldn't get in certain situations, but it was very damaging. As you saw, he lost the first game because of it. We're going into this next game. This is the Geralt stage, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah. Geralt stage, small walls, very, very close enclosures. Both of these characters could have potential ring out potential. You've seen already Link tried to go for a 4K that looked like it should have wall bounce, and then it just didn't for some reason. And then you also saw Outlaw immediately go for like a 6AA for a huge wall combo as well. That's going to be the tail of the game for this stage. Ooh, nice 3B. That's not going to give him the wall bounce, but it's going to be awfully, awfully close. And you can see that Link feels totally comfortable putting himself at -12 constantly, because Siegfried's punish is just frankly not going to be all that powerful, and that's going to give him the ring out, going from wall to wall, and this match is fast.
He literally maneuvered him from the wall outside, and that's not just the regular like, hey, there's an edge. Like that has like a half wall.
Yep.
And he just looked so high. That was so good and so optimized for that.
Ooh, lightning slash.
Yep.
This is... If this round ends up going Link's way, I think this is the fastest set that we've had so far.
It's
it is
like
3 out of 5 because this is winners finals,
Oh my
right?
god!
So
And look at this guard gauge again. Please don't let this happen.
Outlaw needs to start punching these things. I know that
Wow,
Siegfried
look at
doesn't
that
really get that kind of
auto
punish.
the back turn punish. He's gonna need like 2 or 3 more plays like that. Oh wow, that was a reversal edge. Cancels it though.
I just want to see like how this is going to. Now see, he's like forcing these side hold kind of mixes. He ends up popping his bubble. So he's not out just yet.
He's not out just yet. Oh,
that's it.
it.
So one thing that I wanted to mention that we saw kind of near the end of that round. So one of the things that Outlaw does that a lot of Sigfrid players do when they have to have a huge comeback is that you get the side hold lethal hits when you're in Dark Legacy. So what Outlaw does is that he effectively forces that on virtually any kind of wake up. Now what those lethal hits go off of is if you try to block and you're wrong about the mid-low mix. But you don't get the lethal hit if the opponent's just straight up sidestepping. So the unseeable low will catch sidestep, but it's not going to give you the lethal hit condition unless you were blocking low. So that's why Link was hard sidestepping, knowing for sure that, okay, I could be wrong about this low, but even if I'm wrong about the low, it's not going to give him that huge amount of damage, because I'm just mitigating those kinds of options. That's why he went for it. That's also the reason why you see him go for reversal edge in those situations sometimes. Siegfried does have a way of hard reading that and punishing it really heavily, but I do think it's a good idea to force the Siegfried player to think about reversal edge as an option in those situations right out of the gate. Because if you just allow Siegfried to just guarantee off of that kind of a mix, very similar to what we were talking about with CJ and Zefukai, it's just not going to work out for you. You're playing to their game.
And I believe it counts towards, you know, the character knowledge as we were saying before. Linkorz, like at the beginning of like this game, was like the Siegfried, I could say, in a lot of senses. So there's definitely a lot of that prior history and, you know, just knowledge of like how the character works and what Siegfried players will a lot go for as it goes for that. Jump here.
Yeah, jump here. Or 4-4B technically.
4-4B, there you go.
But effectively his jump B, because his real jump B is pointless.
Okay. Dance around each other for a second.
It's got Dark Legacy, so you have to be worried about it.
Stuff.
Ooh, Cat blocks that 3B. Now, there's something that would have never worked online, being able to run forward and block a wall rising B, but okay, he's still not out yet. See, catching that roll. Outlaw very good at sniffing out those rolls that a lot of people will do in those knockdown situations simply because they don't want to deal with the mix, which only works if somebody's standing.
I like it. Outlaw having outstanding defense and showing why he's the outlier. It's just really cool that
so many
he's
outs. That was
so
good.
Look, don't out me for my puns right now.
Guys, there's commentators and then there's professional commentators. This guy knows what's up. This guy is able to pull it. Wow, that 4-4B didn't work that time for some reason.
No, it's just a strange whip over there. Oh, it gets in that break attack. All right.
It's all coming down to that side hold mix yet again. Yep, there's one of the ways that you can call out the reversal edge. Link trying to mitigate those situations as much as he can. He's the faster character, but he's so scared about the damage output that Outlaw's able to pull out. And frankly, the fact that Outlaw isn't punishing -12, again, he's not going to get a huge amount of damage. You're talking about like a stand kick or something like that. But there's so many 3Bs, so many 6-6B plus Ks that Link is just brazenly throwing out there that if you're just allowing it to happen, then the amount of damage you could have been getting off of those positions could potentially amount to something. Yeah, stand kicks like that, I think, are the way to go. See, I think you should be doing it for 3Bs as well. Because otherwise, he's just going to feel so comfortable just throwing out 3Bs, 6-6B plus K, the wall rising A. But, okay, here we go. Here's the comeback yet again. Yep, gets the RI on the bubble.
That's the RI on the bubble.
Now, you don't actually necessarily get a guaranteed hit out of that, which is why you ended up going for Avenger in that spot. But it's a fantastic way of removing bubble as like a thing that has to happen.
He was going for a CE, but it got stuffed out of that. Oh, man.
CE from Siegfried in neutral is kind of tough to do because it is very slow. It's safe on block, but it's incredibly slow, and you can get stuffed out of it pretty often. Soul Charge versus Soul Charge. One of these is incredibly powerful. The other one is
got about like one more mix. No, he's got hit. He's not going to be able to, I don't think, maximize that. Got a little bit of Soul Charge left. Got picked up.
Bro is still in Soul Charge.
Right. Oh and he's still, look at that. Look at that.
He did, I think, 3 Soul Charge moves. Then he got hit by a full Siegfried Soul Charge combo. And then he woke up and he could still do Soul Charge 3BB. That is